Hey guys, so we are on episode 2, Big Brother, and yeah, Herman. I think he won HOH. It was finally time for him to make a decision, as it is, to nominate 2 house guests for eviction. Now, the thing that I don't understand is every season or every Big Brother you watch, there's always the first person to win HOH. They always say, "Oh, I didn't want to win this. I didn't want to make a splash the first." Why? This is the best thing to do is to win HOH in the first one. It's the first one is the most forgettable. People are not going to remember you as a threat as the weeks go by and a bunch of stuff happens, and you get to form so many alliances right away. It's the best spot to be. But no, they're like, oh, I don't want to rock the boat. I don't want to have to get blood on my hands. Oh my god, it's just annoying. They're just so terrible when it comes to strategizing. They're always either doing too much or doing too little. And everyone's congratulating him, making sure he feels good. Yeah, and there's like 3 people that are safe. There was the Jay, uh, the first pronoun combatant, and he won safety from answering the phone. And I think, and the 2 others that competed with Herman was the other Jay, I think, the doctor. I think he's also named Jay, and he won safety as well. And Moose, the guy with the ridiculous hair, he also won safety. So it's just like 3 people that are safe, and immediately they go up to Herman and talk to him and make sure that he knows that they're on his side. And I was actually surprised with Moose. I thought he was an idiot. I thought he was just kind of just you know mushing about, but he's actually very strategic. He's making friends with everyone. He's talking to everybody, even people he's not working with. Very good gameplay. I'm actually pretty surprised by him. So he's definitely one to watch. I wasn't very impressed with him. Didn't really take note, but now he's one of my favorites. He's up there. Um, uh, what's the other guy? The fireman. I can't remember his name. He's disappointed me. He has so many opportunities to make alliances with people. He made that first alliance because he came in with the first group. They made that alliance, but he's not talking to that many people. He's not doing much. Everyone knows who he is. Everyone likes him, but he's not playing the game. He's just kind of going about. And then we have our second pronoun combatant, Jess. Insufferable human being. She's very intelligent. Well, there I go again. They are very intelligent, but delusional. Thinking that you're more personable than you are, don't realizing how abrasive you come off when you talk to people. Just very aggressive the way you just sort of talk to people. And yeah, that's not very good. I think it was like immediately just started pressing people in conversation for no reason when you should be trying to make friends, which ended up getting the first nomination seat because I think they were pressing Moose, and Moose was the one that put in the little he put up a bunch of names. He put a bunch of names in Herman's ear, and 2 of those people that he said, I think he said 4 people. It was like Molina, Jess, Kevin, and I think Mark. And he said those 4 people, and 2 of them ended up getting on the block, which was Jess and Molina. Molina, what happened with her was that Herman went to go talk. He went to go talk to everyone that he planned to put up. And Molina was one of the first ones and gave him nothing. He was just like, "Oh, so I just trying to find out what's going on with you." Just asked her a couple of questions, and she just like, "Yeah, not saying anything. Just keeping mom. Not going to say any names. Not going to give a pitch. Just terrible at the game. I don't even understand what she was even playing. And then after being nominated, I believe Jess just went up to him very aggressively, just very combatively, and they were trying to like clear the air. They're trying to make sure that everything is fine, but it was just coming at him and not realizing that that's what they were doing. Uh, just bad gameplay all around from some people. And yeah, of course, those two get nominated. There you go. Everyone is fine with it because it's not them. And those two people aren't very connected with anyone, so no one was very upset about it. Oh God, this suit. Yes, yes. And then Molina just having a breakdown. Just the only one she's talking to is Kevin, and Kevin is terrible at this game. He's very good at whatever he's doing, but he's terrible at the game in the fact that he's not forming any alliances. He's being smart and he's playing it low key, and he's not showing all his cards, and he's doing it. He's playing the game, but he's not making any alliances. No one owes him anything. No one is actively working with him. He's on the outside, just doing whatever. And I think he values his freedom of movement in the game more than actually having anything solid to protect him, which just costs him in the game. But he thinks he's very smart. He thinks he's killing it, which is, oh my God, ridiculous. And Molina, for some reason, is just confining in him because, well, he's there and no one else is really talking to her like that. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Jess is confronting Herman. And then it was time for the veto competition where they had to pop balloons with spikes that are like on their belt. So they kind of have to hump the balloons. And of course, people are openly lusting after the men because it's only socially acceptable nowadays to openly lust after men. So both the straight men, gay men, and women are openly lusting after the men, the thrusting at balloons. People are weird. People can't even be themselves anymore. This whole PC culture has just made people into a bunch of weirdos. So they played the veto competition. First, they had to pop the balloons, get a green ball, and sort of pop it into a little tank. They have to get 10 of those, and then after that, they have to assemble a styrofoam puzzle of a veto. And they're going. Everyone is going good. I think there was like 3 people that came close. That was like at the end. Was one, the first one to finish, I think, was Molina, which was on the block, and the second one to finish was Jess, was also on the block. The 2 people on the block finished the first part first. They got the green balls and they moved on to the puzzle. And then the third one that came in was the fireman. I can't remember his name. Still can't remember his name. He's so forgettable. I just remember that he has a lot of tattoos and he's afraid of the dark. Ridiculous. Gino, that's it. Gino, his name is Gino, is the only Italian with a stereotypical Italian name. Yeah, Gino, he was like the third one to get there to the puzzle, but the one that finished the puzzle first was of course, Jess, with a terrible gameplay, but she won the challenge because she's good at puzzles and got the veto, got to take herself, their self off the block. Oh, God. So they have to be a replacement nominee, and the replacement ends up being Kevin. Like I said before, Kevin is an idiot and he doesn't form alliances. Since he's unconnected to anybody, people are just going to put him up on the block. But he's yet to realize this, and he just keeps doing what he's doing. And of course, it was Moose's idea to put up Kevin. because Moose was the one that pretty much was just running the HOH. Very sneaky, got no blood on his hands. Good gameplay. I like it. Good stuff, Moose. All right. Replacement nominee is Kevin. And Kevin was very calm about it. He took it in strides, talked to Molina. She pretty much explained to him her entire game plan. She's like, these people are working together, these people are working together. And he goes behind her back and tell all those people what she's doing, because she doesn't think very far. And he's still not making any alliances. He's not making anybody any promises. He's just planting seeds and just being on his own. Look at him. He thinks he's so clever. He thinks he's so goddamn clever. Oh, hold on. Jesus. And there they are. They're talking. I get and there's Molina walking around the house looking like Rini, the singer. Let me show you. Okay. There we go. There we go. You can see that there she is, Molina, on the block. And I'm going to show you who she looks like. In a second. Hold on. You can see that she looks like this guy, the singer, Rini. I think it's like Rini. She looks like him. Like they could be twins. Let's go back. She's talking to him, telling her whole game plan. There's Kevin. Just listening to her. I'm not sure why they're wearing the same jackets. Maybe they got it. I think maybe everyone has that jacket. They just kind of gave it to them for being in the house because it's cold. Yeah, but there he is, just listening to her. And going behind her back. Yeah, I think she's just like nervous and have no idea what to do. And in her life, when she's going through issues, she just kind of talks to people. So she just ends up telling her whole life story and everything she's feeling to the other person that's on the block with her that can use that information to save themselves. Just ridiculous. Yeah, there Kevin goes to Moose first, tells him everything. And I think he goes to Herman as well. Oh my God. I think there was a point where Molina is talking to, what's her name? Do you remember that chick name? I'll just show you a picture of her. Talking to her. Molina was talking to her. I can't remember her name. The single mom. And they were talking about they don't quite trust him. He seems like he could be putting on an act. He's just walking around acting all confused. He could just be acting up, you know? But yet she already told him her entire game plan. So of course they go to eviction night. She gets 11 votes out of 13. He gets 2 votes. and she gets voted out. First person voted out, Molina, because she's terrible and she looks like Rini. Oh my god. Yeah, just terrible gameplay. But so far, I've gotten some favorites out of that whole debacle. Moose is looking pretty solid now. Good game. And Jay, the doctor Jay, he's also working with Moose. So and his gameplay has been solid because Moose is doing most of the talking. So if they ever fall out, he can always say, "Well, I was there. I was part of those conversations, but I didn't say anything." Because he wasn't even saying anything. He was just nodding his head and just listening, and everyone thinks he's on their side. So it's pretty good gameplay from him. He's laying low on the top, and Kevin was laying low from the bottom, which makes no sense. But my two favorites so far is Moose and Jay the Doctor. Good gameplay. Looking forward to seeing what they're doing in the future. So, and yeah, until the next episode.